Ooh, I like this soundtrack. It feels so fitting for the image of a lonesome motel in a stretch of nothing. Reminds me of finally getting to turn in after a long day on the road, undoubtedly exhausted, but without a worry in my head, although, given the shadowy figure in the window, the one window with a light on, flickering in unison with the sign, something tells me we're gonna have some troubles pretty soon. Hello everyone, and welcome to Creepy Shift, Uncle Joe's Motel. The latest in what is currently a trilogy of work sim horror games that have quickly become some of my favorites on Steam. These games effectively act as a horror anthology, with each one being a work simulator, but taking place in different environments. In the first one, we were working overnight at a roadside diner. In the second, we were flipping a haunted house. And now we play as an actress on the run from a troubled past, taking a job at this lonely motel in order to make ends meet. Now, what horrors actually take place here is anyone's guess. As we saw in the last one, it can really go any direction. So let's just jump in and see where it takes us. Start the game from the very beginning.
Coming home tastes different for everyone. For me, it's like smoking a cigarette I can't stand, just because my menthols are in another jacket. I'm coming back because, for now, my agent doesn't have any roles for me. I'll crash at my uncle's place for a bit, make some quick cash, and then move on. Shouldn't be boring. Apparently, strange things have been happening there. The sort that don't fit into police reports. Over the phone, my uncle sounded terrified. Said his motel was haunted. Honestly, I hope it is. Otherwise, it's just his way of pulling me back. Well, let's find out. Mystery Motel. Shot 1. Camera. Action.
Finally, a protagonist I can relate to. Haunted motel? I hope so. So there it is, our new home/place of work, seemingly very much in the middle of nowhere. An unearthly haze clinging to the ground, falling over the landscape. Yep. Well, from a glance, I certainly believe that someplace like this could be haunted. Dropped off by the bus, and... well, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this presents a new opportunity for us. A cushy job that could be made ours if we can tolerate the hauntings. And maybe we finally got a protagonist who's willing to do just that. Well, the last one was willing to tolerate it for a time. Kitty! Kitty, hi! Finn the cat! There's a petting minigame! Oh, look at you. You immediately flopped. We just met. Aww. The bar turns red. Maybe that's when you'll have enough. We've got a smartphone. Uncle Joe. Look at that. We've even got a swipe.
Hey, I just got here.
Good. Listen, just keep it quick and simple. You know why?
Yeah, I remember. The last cleaner found some weird rules you're supposed to follow. Or strange things happen. She said she saw a ghost? Seriously? You believe that?
She quit right before the season. That's not like her. She wanted this job too badly. And now, I don't know what's real anymore. But those rules, they're real enough. The notes are on my desk. I know it's weird, but please, follow them. Just in case.
All right. I'll keep them with me, if it makes you feel better.
It will. And Sue, It's good to have you back.
So we've got instructions. Oh, we got a full smartphone to use here. That is neat. So that's going to act as our clock. And maybe a problem if the battery or signal run out. We can actually use the camera app. Although we can only move it along this one horizontal plane. Okay, well, let's get a picture. There's a flash as well. This is so cool. They're always adding more, like, tactile functions. More things for us to physically do. And I'm going to give the speech I give with every work sim game. Those of you who have watched me for a long time probably find it no surprise that I would vibe so well with this series. I love work simulators as a vehicle for horror. Because they're so relatable. In real life, if something is going to happen to you, it's probably not because you went searching for, like, the Sanctum of Baphomet or whatever. It probably surprises you out of nowhere while you're in the middle of your tasks. And games like these that have, like, actually engaging things you have to get through, you get caught really off guard when the horrors happen around you, maybe even unnoticed for a time. It's a great way to do more subtle horror is what I'm saying, and that's the kind of thing I really like to see. It's the kind of thing you can imagine happening to yourself, especially if you work the night shift. In the previous games, every haunting has had a set of rules to follow, and they may actually share a universe, because in the last game we played as people who exercise houses professionally, and it seemed like they were unsurprised to find a list of rules. Samson. You don't want what you don't understand. It's good money. The publisher liked you. He asked about you. Tell him I don't work with scum. You'll miss how it was. You're wrong. So, we've got standards. Unknown contact. The light was off longer than it should have been. You don't remember the lullaby, but it remembers you. Some doors reset. Some things don't. What a thing to just receive one day. Oh, Ellie Bestie! Can we scroll up and see that top thing? I guess not. Oh wait, no, we totally can scroll, hang on. Starting 3 weeks ago. It's Sue. I've got a new number. Sue? Oh my god, I thought you disappeared. I'd like to meet up. Do you have time? I'm on set. I'm crazy busy. So an actress friend? Still that soap opera? You seriously don't know? I'm in Suburban Girl. I heard something. The lead role. Do you get it? It's like a dream. Wow, amazing. Congrats. You earned it. Now it's my time. Sometime later. Hey, I really need to talk. I'm on set. My scene's in a second. I understand. You're not mad, are you? No, good luck. Hey, I heard you're not in town? Good ears. Bravo. So I guess you felt kind of left behind by your friend's success. Nothing more from you. Okay, we can't scroll up on that one, but we could on the other. So I take it then that you are probably showing me where the key is, right? So let's put that down. If so... Yep, good hiding spot. Front desk keys. Alright, let's drop that. Oh, and it will snap right on. Okay, cool. So it knows what we want to do. Now, I'm just guessing that any glowing object here is probably something we can interact with, if previous games are any indication. So if we look in here... Kitty toys! This is Finn's office. Unlock the reception. And see what's here. That is actually a mouse toy I am very familiar with because it's the same one used in Crime Scene Cleaner. Oh, look. Your favorite haunted place. Scotty's Motel. The haunting of Canada's roadside motels. A legend of the dimensional stain. Across the endless highways of rural Canada, From the fog-soaked coasts of British Columbia to the frostbitten stretches of northern Ontario, travelers whisper about a presence that drifts between the country's loneliest motels. So something that actually moves between them. Like a guest staying in different places. October 2019, this one says. Okay, well that makes sense considering we have a smartphone. The first one took place in the 90s. Where was I? Locals call it the stain. A malignant force said to seep through the thin walls of reality like cold air through an unsealed window. And it's just kind of mirrored on the other side. About food. An old magazine dated 1997. That tracks for a motel like this. A Bible. What in blazes is wrong with these infernal machines? It always starts at 11. First the TV, and tonight even the phone. It dialed Sue's number by itself, and she agreed to come right away. It's suspicious. Very suspicious. Wait, so you bringing us over here was basically a pivot? Or maybe feeling like you had to protect us, but either way, whatever force is here specifically sought us out from afar. That is so easily missable. That is such a cool detail. Where the hell did my photo collection go? Well, some of them are right here. Dead birds. Canada Hospital, welcome to the medical ward. For the comfort and recovery of all patients, please observe the following guidelines. Report any unusual sounds or concerns to nursing staff. You know, I'm pretty sure that 2 new games have actually been announced recently, and a hospital would be a great location for this, don't you think? I wonder if this is a plug, because I'm pretty sure there have been little nods to the other games in each of them. You are not alone. The hospital provides access to psychiatric and emotional support services for patients and families. If you or someone you care about is struggling, please speak to a member of our staff. Could be a reference to an upcoming game, or it could be foreshadowing. Okay, we can check our tip at any time, and if the previous games are anything to go by, those are gonna go up the more tasks we accomplish. But more on that later. There's that stack of rules. Repair of... Hang on, wait. Let's bring up the text. Oh, are these a list of expenses recently incurred? Repair of the socket by the outlet. Scorching on the edge. Cause undetermined. Short protective connection caused by a guest. No recurrence during tests. Moisture detected in the baseboard. Just monitor that for now. Purchase of potted plants. Additional cleaning required after the incident on October 7th with no further details. Water in the bathtub discolors unusually during the first drain. Plumbing service unavailable. Recommendation: eliminate the need for shutdown. Energy consumption increased by 23% despite no change in occupancy limits. Could there be something drawing power in some hidden place? Operational electrician report. Instability in the power lines. No diagnosis. Yeah, and in the last game it was swamp gas and weather balloons. Installation notes. Sounds heard at night may be connected to wiring. Check the ceiling above rooms 1 through 3. Keep that in mind. Wow, you've got a whole desk full of pretty natural foreshadowing here. I like it. This kind of thing is why I love work sims, because they're able to creep in their scares this way. We're just going to be doing our work for a while, but we've got several implications in our head. Obviously, I had to do that. Alright, rule 1. Do not stay inside motel rooms without light. She loves everything connected with death, especially the depths of darkness. She, huh? And all this stuff is saved in our phone's notes app. It's like, get with the times, Uncle Joe. Sometimes the TVs play eerie lullabies. don't let them. It's her way to tear down the line between life and death. Just like you're tearing these pages apart for no reason. Oh, there's the room 1 key. I guess we take them one at a time. Oh, each of these light switches handles this room. Ah, and we can go to the back storage area. Oh wow, we are getting inundated with instructions. Ah, there's so much to do. Well, I guess our shift has officially begun. Look at all this. Well, I will say it's very overwhelming for sure, but this is what I like about this. The tasks are somewhat repetitive, but engaging. We've been having some issues with the lights. Sometimes the power trips in the rooms. When that happens, lift the lever with the matching number to restore electricity. To Sue. There's plenty to do here. You'll find the task list in every room next to the light switch. Put on your apron and take the tools you need, such as the plunger or the scraper. Near room 3, you'll find plants and an extra cabinet with air fresheners, toilet paper, and light bulbs. Make your work easier. Use the motel cart to carry plants, trash bags, dirty and clean bedding, and other items. The plants thing. Listen, I bought some plants. If you want to earn some extra money, spread them around the rooms. A few per room, you'll definitely find a suitable place for them. This place is struggling, maybe that's not what you really needed. There's the cat's litter box. Okay, and here's the cart. Cool, cool, cool. We can grab... we need the apron first to use such filthy tools. Grab those, and just like the last game, they go onto our belt. Alright, let's get started. One room at a time, right? Ooh, this cart's actually got some weight to it. I like that. The orange lights settling in the fog, the sun quickly setting. I definitely feel the eeriness. And this is what's so good about work sims. The eerie feeling while you go about your business alone. Natalie. Natalie offers a welcoming space for parents and their little ones. Each one is named. Oh. Oh, I see. Something's up in here. Right, the lights. This is one of those roadside motels that does the whole, like, theming thing. And it's always something creepy. It's never what you want. Looks like the last person here left a mess of the place, but as you can see, we get a little bit of a reward every time we do something. Oh, look at the stains in that carpet. It is an absolute mess. And there's a note under here. I like toys, though they bore me a little. They just don't feel alive. I'd rather play outside with my kitty. He has as many as 7 lives. That's 7 times as many as I have. I hope he'll wait for me when my 1 is over. This belongs in the Lost and Found. Apparently there are items in the motel that may belong to some of the guests. Okay. Maybe they'll be back for it. Oh, we can use the scraper on this, I guess. Get off of there, whatever you are. Bubblegum. So I guess that goes in the trash? Yep, right here. So you see, there's a million little tasks to take care of, and the cool thing about all this is it doesn't hold us to all of them. It's not expecting 100% completion out of us. It just wants us to do the best we can. It's really up to us when we decide to abandon our duties, or if we abandon our duties. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe this is based on that one clown motel that I saw in Ghost Adventures. It's literally like this, a motel that just has clowns and clown paraphernalia stacked absolutely everywhere. It's such a sad and sweet thought for a child to write. Although there is the implication that the cat has already lost 2 lives. Okay. Where do you go? Right over here in the corner. Coming off of crime scene cleaner, I must say I feel quite at home here. Where do you go? Up on the shelf. And I guess there are hints in the environment to suggest where they might belong. You go there. A doll amongst dolls with another, hiding elsewhere. We can put the toys away one at a time, stacking them right here onto the bedside table. Oh my, that is a threatening-looking clown. I was gonna say who would leave this here for a kid, but I feel like a certain level of trauma is a good thing for a child. There we are. Oh, and bottles. These seem like they probably don't belong here. And indeed, it is labeled as trash. The Devious Lady of Flies. Long ago, there lived an old wicked witch, whom all folk knew as the Lady of Flies. One day, she beheld a little girl in a stream of tears. She beckoned to one of her flies, and with a mocking smile, she sent it straight into the child's throat. And with that in mind, we go forth with that in mind. Hello? There was a rumble just as this started. Okay, no, we can withdraw that from beneath the shelf. It's not what they warned me about. The mummy strikes. Look at this. These rooms even come preloaded with VHS tapes? That's actually really awesome. I would totally pay to stay in a place like this, you know, for the novelty. If I just found it in the middle of the night, well, I'd be honest, I would still be ecstatic, but that's just me. Others may not feel the same way. Your mileage may vary. In you go. And in you go. Is there... Oh, wait. We can probably take, like, trash bags and stuff, right? For collecting large amounts of this? Let's make sure the front door is closed. We're not barbarians. Although I could see this heading a very barbarian route. No trash bags. Just these last two toys, and we're done putting things away. Huh, both of you, friends with the clown. I wonder if the child did leave them there, or if they were having a meeting that was interrupted the second I opened the door. Okay, what other tasks need to be accomplished? We need to vacuum the carpet, mop the bathroom floor, change the bedding, arrange the plants, hang toilet paper, and place and unscrew one air freshener. A swarm of insects. And it seems like there was no tape to withdraw. The storm is rolling in, growing a bit more intense. Still just distant thunder, but I'd expect it to pick up. Okay, let's go mop that bathroom floor. Learn the mechanics one by one. Right here looks good. Just move that around in a circle. So everything's squeaky clean. Oh my god. We need the plunger to unclog it. Is this considered fully mopped? It is. Whatever they're paying me, it's not enough. Oh, the plunger is on me. There we go. Oh, you're really making me physically engage with this. I get the achievement, Hazardous Duty. Unclog a very unfortunate toilet. We can make the bed, piece by piece, and take all of that dirty bedding and bring it back with us. We can take two at a time, so we can just leave that there for now. The tasks definitely feel a little bit overwhelming in this one, but I'll get the hang of it. We can place this out here. Watch a ghost apparently lay all this out in seconds. I might actually make my bed if it were this easy. And now we gotta figure out what we're doing with the vacuum. Right after we see what's up with the plants. $1 there. One right there. Any more you'd like? 2. So probably at least 4 per room. Oh. The light turned out. Let's put it back on. Turn on the camera and take a picture where I left a sign. Just for you. You'll see that, even if you can't see me. I'm very, very close. We can use this to trace the ghost's path. You left another key for us. That's nuts. It's almost like you want us to get this job done. Or you want to lure us deeper. Well, we've still got things to do here, and at the very least, I'm not leaving this place unvacuumed. Where is our vacuum, by the way? Oh, Uncle Joe's calling.
So, everything all right?
Yeah. Nothing scary. Well, except room decoration.
Very funny. Thought to change it, but since COVID, it's been hard to get back in the black. You know what I mean?
I know. Sorry. Listen, has your phone been acting weird? Like, you were here before?
Actually, yeah. When I called you, it wasn't on purpose. My phone dialed you by itself.
Oh. And here I thought you missed me.
I did, but...
Relax. I'm kidding. Let's stay in touch.
Well, I'd like to. That explains it. It was on the other side. Alright, let's do this. This is a lot to tackle. This mechanic makes a return from the last one. And now it has the benefit of being able to go straight through inconvenient objects. So that makes this a lot better. The one consistent thing is that these games have gotten significantly more engaging with each entry, and that's what you really want. You want to be actually invested in the tasks. You don't want it to just be an OK button that you press to allow you to move on to the next triggered scare. You want a reason to take pride in your work. It doesn't bog you down in it, you know, it's giving us the opportunity to move on without doing that. But hey, Uncle Joe is trusting us with this, and ghost or no, I've got a job to do. Now, again, if it's anything like the last one, at a certain point, it will just give this to us, so we don't have to get 100% of every space. As for me, well, those of you who watch Crime Scene Cleaner know that I am something of a completionist. I don't know what more I could have done, but we actually didn't get 100% in the last one. I have no idea what I missed. But it's only taken one room for the overtly paranormal to give us problems. And I kind of feel like it was maybe a little much too early. I mean, we've already straight up proven that ghosts are real, and we've only been here for a few minutes. Okay, what's left? Just need more plants and toilet paper and an air freshener. So where do we hang this? Put it right here. Oh, got to unscrew. I'm also a very big fan of how much more we actually do these tasks. Like, even if it's just something as simple as moving the mouse in a certain motion, it makes it feel more involved, makes it feel like I'm actually doing it. Let's bring you your toilet paper. And we just need probably 1 or 2 more plants. So let's bring the cart back and refresh it. think it's just the cart, but I could swear I was hearing something from my left. The 28th, a red moon. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Okay, we can take this out and place it in the wash. So open that. Use some... Well, this is here. Place it above and open the drawer. Wow, that stuff is radioactive or something. And then you also go in. Easily indicated by those futuristic-looking lights. You can only have LEDs in the future. Can we not close that? Start washing. Meanwhile, we'll have a couple of sheets ready to go. And let's load ourselves up with more plants. I like how we have some choice. There's limited slots, but we decide what we put in them. A little bit of extra freedom in our tasks. We've also got need of light bulbs, which we're not carrying any with us, so let's bring... Oh, those go in the garbage? Trash in this back room. We'll keep that in mind. So not all of them have something in them. Just grab another plant. It's what we need the most of. But you see, even stuff like this, it's a level of planning. It's on us to make it easier for ourselves. And there is a satisfaction in that. Alright, take one of these here plants and find a place for it. Perhaps over here? And that's this room almost complete. Where do you want a different air freshener? Ah, hide it in the corner. So completing a room, we get a bonus for that. Okie smoky. Now on to room 2. Alexander. Alexander welcomes every adventurous soul. This room is the forest. Ooh. A bit grungy, but I must say it's got personality. It even comes with a complete bookshelf. Lonely Rider, Battle Until Death, Where is Teddy? All the classics, and we get a penny for each one, so I can't even complain about the mess. There we are. Well, there is a mess I can complain about, and that's whoever's sticking used gum just all over the room. That is just disrespectful to your hosts, I must say. Let's get that off. It's really a cleaning game, first and foremost, and anybody who's played Crime Scene Cleaner or Viscera Cleanup Detail knows when it's not your own space, cleaning is deeply satisfying, especially when it's a bigger mess. We can take that dirty bedding for now and place this new one. Good as new. You guys will just levitate over to the bookshelf, right? Ah, no, you go right overhead. Huh, there's a storage trunk left behind. We'll have to try and figure out the combination. The little girl sobbed and cried for help, yet only a dull echo answered her. Then from the shadow, the witch slid forth, bearing in her hands a black spider. She promised that it would drive out the swallowed fly. The girl believed, and the black spider crept down, a silver thread straight into her belly. This is the darkest interpretation of the little old lady who swallowed a fly. Ooh, banknotes. Where I come from, they're known as dollar bills. And I will help myself to it. It's kind of like leaving a tip, right? Anyway, I keep forgetting we need to throw out the gum that we leave behind. And there's even more. Let's focus on getting all of something first, like these cobwebs. Kind of seems like maybe nobody's been here in a little while. No. Flashlights off. Nope. Finn, are you seeing this? You have no reaction to danger here. I could use to give you some scritches right now. Look at you. You have the cutest little animation. Emotional support. Pet the motel cat to the absolute maximum. I love you so much, Finn, you little orange goober. We'll try and find a way to play with you soon, but before we do that, first of all, let's turn the lights on in here. Why have I had those off? I'm so used to playing entire games by flashlight. I see, so each of these is numbered for the different rooms. And it really acts more as a log of the things we found. Okay, 2 needs to be switched back on. And we do need another one of these. It's all about maximizing our inventory space, maximizing our trips so that we get the most done. Let's find some plants to place about. We can put one right here. No, I've gotten way ahead of myself again. Like I said, it's a lot, but the fact that it doesn't require this of you, that we're not really on the clock, means that we can take it at our own pace. I think cleaning while being spooked is a really interesting and effective take on the cleaning genre. Now, given what the rest of this place has looked like, I can't wait to see what a disaster the bathroom is. I suppose it's not as bad as it could have been. Never mind. Hey, I can see the shadows of the trees falling over the room from a certain angle. And that's because the trees are nearer than I thought. Hello! All this is actually explorable. We can go so far away. We're behind the bus stop where we started. Now my memory of being here is always going to be tainted by the thought that there could have been eyes right behind me. Well, that came out of nowhere. God, and that was probably just as terrifying from his perspective. This place is trying to kill me. Okay, well, we've got some trash out here that's been bothering me this whole time. Do you see what I mean about the benefits of a work sim horror game where the simulator is truly the core gameplay? It means this stuff catches you off guard when it happens. It means it comes out of nowhere. Even if you've come to expect it, it's always when you let your guard down. Alright, get this stuff back in order. Oh, no, you don't. And you better get back in your room. Air freshener? This place really looks like it could use it. There's actually supposed to be one in each room. It wants us to clean the furniture with sponges. I'm actually glad for that. It definitely could use it. Can we wipe this down? Sure can. Oh, we're bringing some of the mechanics back from Roadside Diner. And it may look like nothing, but this is so much fun to me. What's best about it is that in most horror games, once the plot really gets started, which is generally in the first half hour or so, you're done taking in the atmosphere. At that point, it's all about triggers and puzzles and game mechanics. But with this, even when things get going, we have to stick with it. It allows us more opportunity to engage with just being creeped out. I find a lot of the time my problem with horror movies is that they really lose their luster after it starts actually having a story, because I was enjoying the vibe so much. More toilet paper for you. I wonder... Yep! I knew it would be in plain sight like that. So many numbers all over the room, it had to be there. Let's try it. 13... 21. Clever girl. A compass. You have found Arthur's magical compass. You can pick it up and store it on your apron belt. Does it lead me to what I most desire? With it, you will uncover what should no longer remain a secret. Huh, so I think there's something benevolent here, something helping me, or at least something that's trying to have its story told. Alright, let's finish this room. We're actually almost done. I'm getting the hang of it. That's always how you know a job sim is done right, when it feels overwhelming until very early on it becomes routine. We just need more plants now. You can go there. And you... How's about... There's actually not a lot of places I can place things, huh? Oh, up there, of course. And I've got to say, that was so creepy. They've been doing it in every single one of these games, so the novelty has worn off a little bit, but there's nothing quite so disorienting and scary as being left somewhere far from where you were just standing. And it's always more than just teleporting you. There's always, like, a whole song and dance to go along with it. So I'm going to need at least 2 of these and a bunch more of those plants. You're really just trying to justify the expenditure at this point, aren't you? And some toilet paper. And we can finish dealing with this laundry. The fresh stuff can go back on the cart. And you in here. One of the most satisfying things about a job sim is just finding all these things go by so quickly after you spend 10 minutes trying to do something simple in the beginning. I really need to resist the urge to drink this detergent. Alright, get going. We got 6 rooms total, and we're not even done with number 2 yet. Aha, we can open this. Rivers, forests, lakes, and all the animals. With you, I feel safer. It's easier for me to breathe and easier to be myself. With you, I more often notice things that are beautiful, more like at home. I rest in the arms of trees. Sometimes I prefer you to people, because you do not judge. You don't look at me as if something were wrong with me. You don't laugh when I cry. You simply are. This is something I'm really glad this game is acknowledging, and that's the different people that stay in a place like this. The ones who come and go, who I, in my role, never see, but who occupied these rooms at different points in their lives. You go there. You want one more, which is just as well, because that's what I've got. This is so much more effort than most motels put in, and I love you for it. Maybe we try using that compass, because the air freshener is the last thing, and it's not showing up for me. Maybe it doesn't want us moving on yet. Or maybe we should try using our camera. Well, we're definitely curious. Okay, put you away. Look at that! Room 0. Tripod. We saw that in room 2. We need to assemble a projector. But this place, it was hidden. Huh, maybe this explains the increase in electricity costs. Why would that be the case? Just unable to see it. Oh, and look over here. This room is like completely overgrown with kudzu. It's actually really pretty. Maybe it's part of the theming? Or maybe it's half abandoned like all the other things here. We can grab this and bring it over. If I don't block the path with my own cart. first of the 4 elements of the movie projector set. Collect them all to find out what's going on with Room 0. Our eyes beyond seeing are clearly doing good work for us. Let's see if anything else stands out! It sure does, but I don't think our camera was involved with that. I have my worlds. In black and white they stay. Shards of remembrance of my life that slipped away. Would you come find me? My door is made of glass. Within it pictures wander, and I wander as they pass. I would be so down with this. I would not be afraid in the slightest. All I would want is to help however I can while getting to hang out with a ghost and a cat all alone while doing work. I'm getting paid like $1 per activity, and I've got like millions of activities to do. Am I supposed to have a problem with this? Well, last time we got a note like this, we had to use the camera. So let's try it again. Yep. Right here along the wall. Oh, it reveals a photo. Trees against a dark night sky. Well, it's pretty, but what do we do with it? Let's go back to our camera app. The TV. Yeah, these TVs have been giving us some trouble, by the way. Is there anything you can do about that? Oh, my uncle's gonna be so mad. A little girl. Filmed against a bus in the middle of the woods. Are you the spirit that haunts this place? I knew that one day you would find me. I've been waiting for you here for many years, captured in black and white. As if the film preserved your spirit. You only communicate through these silent film subtitles. I'm here, even though I don't want to be, Sue. Help me find my Teddy. Without him, I can't fall asleep forever. But you have to be careful. We're not alone here. The old witch wants to finish what she started. She's like a thorn driven so deep it's hard to see. Only the slow drip of blood shows where the wound is. That's very poetic and all for a child, and I'm impressed with your vocabulary and command of the English language, but can you bring me back? There's something in the bus. Found girl east of Vancouver. October 2005. Young girl was found about 12 miles from Maple Ridge, cold and hungry but unharmed. She had boarded a city bus unnoticed and got off near a rural stop. An investigation is ongoing. Perhaps the same one I got off at? Oh my. There's a corpse on here, like they had been living out here. Hey, how old are we? 'Cause this is post-COVID. This is a little girl 20 years ago. Dear Uncle Joe, Dad got very upset and left your motel. Mom drank too much juice again and fell asleep. And I lost my Teddy. I'm going to look for him. But maybe you'll find him first? If so, please give him back to my mom. Without him, I feel like nobody loves me. This ghost asked for us. So I'm guessing so far that this is us, that we were asked for by name. This raises so many questions. And all this time was just lost to us? Well, that's the key to room 3.
A report has been filed with Child Protective Services and an investigation into possible abuse or neglect is now underway.
Do you see what you've done? This is how you repay me? You're no better than your father.
So we were in a very neglectful and abusive home. We probably felt like Uncle Joe was the only one we had. Hey, what is that out there? Oh, I think we're just seeing the objective indicators all the way over there where it is on the map. Hey, are the police actually here? Oh, it's like we went into a trance and now we're snapping out of it. Kitty. Hang on, the cops can wait. Kitties cannot. Kitties wait for no man or woman. No, you're not there, but were we seeing those lights in the direction of where they found us, maybe? We go through that whole horrifyingly personal experience. And then that jazzy music kicks back in and we're right back to work. I mean, what else are we gonna do, right? I'm gonna try looking around more with the smartphone. Let's just open this door so we don't have to put it down. Because clearly there are things we can find that aren't necessarily going to be led to. Like right here. We've gotta open the eyes. A little shrine. Okay, maybe it's about time for us to bring stuff back. I actually just realized that it does differentiate based on sense. So what it actually wants here is forest green, otherwise it won't work. Alright, so you go there. It's not doing the thing, there we go. $3.50. Now we just need one more. Just one more. Come on. And we wash our hands of room 2. The light was never on. I'm content to leave this place back here. I wonder what happens if we try to look at the compass now. Spinning all over without a place to direct me to. Excuse me, where do you think you're going? You even have little scritching noises. That is so adorable. No, you're not getting out of here without being loved on completely. But we need to replenish our plants. Huh, look at that. There's a little picnic area with a swing. Gotta hand it to Uncle Joe. This place has got a lot of charm. But it's probably a good idea to explore everywhere we can, especially now that we need to go to room 3, which it seems like it's on the upper floor. Ah, there's some missing furniture all the way back here. That belongs inside the room. And that belongs in my nightmares, and not my waking reality. Okay, that's the most overt hostile presence we've seen. Tied to the witch, Quentin. Quentin invites fans of classic cinema and Hollywood productions. You want lavender scent. Okay, let's unpack this for a second. All that film equipment beside the bus, her being captured in film and needing a projector. I'm thinking that whatever happened had something to do with an occupant of this room. If you see a dead rat, throw it into the garbage container. Her servants leave carcasses to lure flies, and the flies draw her in. this isn't just a haunting, it's a downright curse. Almost based more in folklore than anything. Alright, Andrew. Andrew is for those who love learning and playing instruments. Seems a little bare. Well, we're gonna make it more bare because whoever was in here absolutely trashed it. Then again, it seems quite likely that things get a little quirky when no one's here. Yes, Uncle Joe? Looks a little bit like someone we know.
So, you holding up in there?
Uncle, do you, have you ever seen The Sixth Sense?
No. What is that? Some kind of game show?
No, listen, never mind. Do you remember a little girl staying here with her parents? She might have had a teddy bear. She ran off. Cops might have come by about it.
So, it's happening. Sue, drop it. Come back now.
I'll be fine. Do you remember anything or not?
It was a long time ago, but yeah, there was something. They found a little girl about 12 miles from here, out on one of those logging roads. Her mother was completely wasted.
Do you know what happened to them?
Afraid not. And I don't remember any teddy bear either. Sorry?
If anything comes back to you about them, call me.
Sure, I'll stay on the line.
So it is her, but they said she was found. I'm more confused than ever now. I mean, I wasn't totally married to the idea that this was me, but it definitely seemed likely. Oops. No music life. We've got to place these back on the wall. Somewhere. Oh, it actually does make it. What the? Okay, I guess there's a dead rat now. And the flies are swarming. Holding it by its tail. What are we playing, Rat Shaker? Nope, get in there. You told me to throw it in the trash, didn't you? Oh no, it's gotta be the dumpster. I guess it makes sense. Putting it in the cart that I'm with doesn't really help. But we've got a long way to bring it. Yep. I think these are in just a good spot for the way these games are paced. Because getting chased all the time wouldn't really be conducive to, like, believably sticking with the job. But having these moments where you just know something is wrong and you can feel the pressure building, a lot of the time I don't even see what happens if you leave it for too long. I feel sufficiently motivated to deal with it. You want Rose. I'm guessing this is Rose? Or does it say? Yeah, it is Rose. Hang on, does this place even have a bathroom? Here looks like where the door might be. I think that's going to be a job for our handy-dandy camera. Oh, look. A couple of dollar bills down there. There's so many of these to hang back up. Weird, then, that the music would stop the instant I put that up on the wall. Oh, wow, there's just so many of these. And at a penny a piece, I'm honestly not sure it's worth my time, Uncle Joe. But let's be honest, I would pay to do this job, especially if there was a haunting. Especially if I could make friends with a little ghost girl and set her spirit at ease. So much trash, though. No. I don't want you. I want the cans. Before we learn more about this witch, and we do need to learn more about this witch if we're to survive the night, Let's always do our most annoying tasks first. That way the rest doesn't feel so bad. It's also important to manage your energy. I mean, that's one of the many reasons why I always record very early in the morning. Hey, you went and closed the door on me. I didn't do that. Unless the vacuum does it automatically. Oh, it does! That's actually really neat. Well, I guess not everything can be attributed to a haunting. Just most things. Okay, and we can take this by area. So that half of the room has auto-completed. Definitely making a conscious choice on my part here to only work on what's here before I start spawning a bathroom. Yes, I see all the different collectibles. I am in no mood. So, does this? That long in here. See, it is just a job simulator until the very moment you feel like you suddenly started playing Phasmophobia. Let's put these plants around. We do have a bit of a replenishment up here, so we don't have to keep going back for them. And it's just as well, because we're needing more and more. Uncle Joe really likes his plants. But that's not the only thing. Up here in the music room, we've also found the speakers. I get the impression Uncle Joe wouldn't be happy with me taking these out of here, but we've got to do what we've got to do. She's waiting for me in there, isn't she? And by showing me all that, I'm now dreading the moment we'll get to the end of the hall. I haven't checked these lockers. Oh, look at this. They actually contain more things for us. So it is being convenient for us. It's not totally leaving us to figure everything out on our own. Yep. Fitting multiple little pizza boxes in this bin. Good work. Kowalski could use something like that to store his garbage in. Be perfect? And who needs that? Probably only the ones who always want to be someone. I'm myself, and I don't care what others think. I don't have to be popular or even liked. I'm not going to try hard just to fit or pretend. I already have enough masks to carry. Ah! Did you write this in a cave behind a particularly dangerous-looking rabbit? Where do you go? Right here beneath the shelf. I'm saving that book for last. Behind the melody of drums, drums, drums lie the doors to my world. Let's go. Just feels like we're making more garbage for ourselves at this point. I actually looked around the room and didn't see what I was looking for. But, hey, this is right here, some kind of stand. So most likely it has something to do with that. I also just heard the audio drop out on Audacity, so sorry for that. Oh, all we had to do was play you a few times. Well, at least there's variety in how things are presented. Thanks for the assist. Now I can put the air freshener there. See, this is the inevitable conclusion of every job at a haunted place. It just becomes part of it. Hidden guitar. People would have been pissed coming up here and finding that there's no bathroom. Well, actually, I guess they wouldn't be. That's the problem. All right, where are we bringing you? Back on display. Melody is the instruction. The faceless carry it in their hands. Anyways, we are settling in to be a mean green cleaning machine. The green part, I'm not sure where that comes from, but it doesn't matter. It's just a saying. The point is, we have the bedding and toilet paper right here. Off you go. And now all we need is more plants, which we can get from right here quite conveniently. Boop. Place you there. And just one more should do it. There we go. Nope. One more. Just one more. Hang on. False alarm. There we are. Room 3 complete. But we're not done yet. Oh no, I see. You're a combination. So, guitar, drums, 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 guitar. Okay, what changed for us? I feel like the more I read the fairy tale, the more it'll incur her wrath. I'm a little bird in a cage. I won't be normal. I am so different. I am so different. Mom, why am I here? These people are cruel. Nobody likes me. No, it's not I won't. It's I can't be normal. There are big instruments that lead the way, and there are small ones that guide the big ones. Alright, so there should be a keyboard here, yes. So now the combination we need, where was it? Keyboard, guitar, keyboard, drum, drum. This is what I do in The Sims when I'm trying to start a house fire. You have to be obedient. Don't talk while eating. We could have adopted any girl, and we chose you. She was adopted. Eat nicely, sit up straight. Show some gratitude. In other words, she felt completely unappreciated, like constantly criticized. But based on the room, she seems to have been fairly normal. Just with very overly harsh adoptive parents.
This is nonsense. You're stupid, stupid, stupid.
And I guess Dad was pretty smug about the whole thing. What's our new order of operations? Xylophone something. Guitar, xylophone, xylophone. Perhaps we can find it. Yes, on the floor. Okay, keyboard. Xylophone, keyboard, guitar, xylophone, xylophone. This is a really neat section. And the room, it just deteriorates and grows ever harsher as time goes on, to the point it's just a prison, a basement. Eat it or you'll be grounded. You're ungrateful. Can't you do it any nicer? Don't smack your lips. Along with some of the classics, sit up straight, you have to be obedient, don't eat while talking. You have to be obedient. Another film captured in time. You are the same. Oh.
Sit up straight at the table.
Look, we're in that roll. We're so short compared to the table. We can open the drawers straight through the books. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Whitmore, this letter confirms that approval has been granted for the adoption of our ward into your care. In the committee's assessment, you meet the criteria for financial, social, and housing stability. We are pleased that she will be placed in a secure, well-established home. Please attend on October 17th, 2008 to complete the remaining formalities. Sincerely, Marianne Caldwell, Placement Coordinator, Harbor Light Children's Home, Vancouver, British Columbia. First neglect, and then to parents who were too overbearing. But is there anything else here? Not that I can see. Wait, ask Clarice to return my favorite shirt. I need it soon. Okay, that's probably a generic asset. Probably not important to the story. But look, there's these branches growing up around the books. And they're getting taller and taller. Some of them lit like windows in tall buildings. That is a really cool image! And I'm trapped in between them. Nope! There's something here.
Are you blind or just stupid?
It has to be exactly like in the textbook.
This wasn't what she wanted. This was what they were pushing her into. They wanted to adopt their own little musical prodigy. Something to live through. The Decalogue of proper table manners. This was a joke in the last one. Sit up straight, back supported, feet on the floor. Place your napkin on your lap as soon as you sit down. Don't start eating until everyone is served, or the host signals. Hold your cutlery properly. No gripping. Keep elbows close. No chewing with your mouth open. No slurping. No speaking with food in your mouth. Take small bites and eat at a calm pace. Phones off the table. Be present. Ask for items to be passed instead of reaching across. Say please and thank you and compliment the meal politely, even if it isn't your favorite. When you finish, place your cutlery neatly on the plate, set the napkin beside it, and only then leave the table. Absolute torture. The door slammed in my face, denied exit. We're presented with all these paths that we see before us, but we're berated for trying to take them. This is actually some pretty good symbolism in the level design. And it's like a smack in the face, a little jump scare each time for how hostile it is. I can hear music in this direction. Oh, what is this? A little rhythm game? We're being directed. Is this the day of, like, a recital or something?
Don't go back when the railroad breaks you.
completely disowned. Oh, what a relief. I can finally hear my own thoughts. She hid the keys where the wounds run deepest. My foster parents were awful, truly awful. Because of them, I began dreaming about the Lady of Flies. Classic. She comes to the children who long to escape their lives, offers them a way out. And now she wants to find us. We have to help each other, like we are now. Like never before. And the way to set your spirit free is to continue cleaning hotel rooms, right? Well, I guess it helps to know our enemy. The spider seized the little fly, just as the witch had promised. The buzzing fell silent, and the tickling ceased at last. Yet one small fly could not sate him, so he hid himself deep, at the very bottom of her soul, and softly stole from the girl each and every crumb of joy. She was just in one bad situation after another, and every time she thought there was some solution that presented itself, it just ended up being the next in a series of prisons. This is definitely the most serious of the three stories so far, where the second was more lighthearted. This one is a lot more tragic. Well, of course it has to, considering it concerns a child mainly. What's up, Uncle Joe?
Hey, just checking in. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I got a weird question. Ever heard of the Lady of Fly?
Yeah, that's an old fairy tale. My mom used to read it to me when I was a kid. A witch sends a fly into a little girl's stomach. Then the little girl sends a spider to deal with the fly, then a bird for the spider, then a lynx for the bird. Each one is supposed to fix the mess the last one made, but...
It only gets worse.
Exactly. In the end, a hole opens up in the stomach. It's how the witch pulled the soul out of kids.
The charm of old children's stories? Was there anything in it about how to fight the Lady of Fly?
I can't recall, but the moral was, sometimes it's better to endure the pain than grab for quick relief and just make the wound bigger.
Wow. That's deep.
That's what Mom used to say. God rest her soul.
Amen.
So that's what we have to do. I wonder if there could even be a choice to be made. Oh, hey, look, the bathroom's back. Before we enter the room that's bound to kill me, I'm gonna take this downstairs and grab some more items. Not everything we need is there in the closet. We need some sheets. After dropping all that on us, though, oh, look how dark it's getting. I definitely feel like we could maybe try to find Finn, do some playing. Finn, where'd you go, little guy? No, it's not you, it's just a fire hydrant. Do you ever have that with cats? Like, when they're around, you just start seeing them out of the corner of your eye in random objects? Alright, well, maybe that'll attract you? Hey, we should look around with the phone some more. Uh-huh. Right here amidst the vines. 3 out of 11. What if we try searching this room again? It's probably a good idea, right? Especially if something could be in this bathroom that wasn't here before. Yep. I'm guessing it won't be possible to find them all until the endgame then. But that's perfectly okay with me. Alright, I was just checking in. grab our card and get back to work. What's our next rule? If you encounter a black cat, take a picture of it and send it back into the darkness. If you see them, it's a sign that the mistress has set out for you from the land of death. Well, it better not try and touch the other cat that's here. We're buddies. Best buds. You could tell from the heart that appeared above him. Alright. So, you're gonna have to get out of here. I was trying to snag a pick. I mean, my financial troubles would definitely be over if I could prove ghosts are real, right? Although around here it shouldn't even be hard. Hollywood. Oh, look at this place. I like how each of the rooms having a different theme not only gives the opportunity to be visually different, but also means that how we encounter it and how it tells the story will change as well. Quentin invites fans of classic cinema and Hollywood productions. We loaded up with Lavender Scent, because this time we had the benefit of knowing. Get on up there. There's the next chapter. Oh, we've got to switch these around so that everything lines up properly. No, that's not right. Well, look, you have to be here because you only connect at the top. You could connect at the bottom or right here. What if we try moving you over? You don't connect to either. I think I see. I think you need to move all the way to the back, and then yes. See, we need to not worry about the picture being continuous, even though it is between two of them. What we need to worry about is just the lines. W. Yes, that was. No way. Even the hauntings are getting creative with the cleaning. The ghosts are invested in our progress. Wow, this place needs a thorough dusting. See, not only are we helping rest the spirits of the dead, we're also leaving a really satisfying cleanliness in our wake. And the storm is picking up even further. Oh, no you don't. Get out of my way, chairs. No. You, go away. You, be gone. Remaining on our screen, but gone when we move it away. Hey, so we should probably tell somebody about this syringe, right? I mean, not that there's really anything to even be done at this point, but it's a hazard for the crew. You know, me? The book seems to have gone into the floor. There. And you there. Gotta get all this trash off the bed so we can make it. And there was more hiding under the covers. Well, that's alright. We'll bring that back to be cleaned at our earliest convenience. Now let's play the game of what the heck happened to this thing. There it is. Hiding amongst the clutter. It's scary. It is actually scary at times, but this one definitely feels more like an adventure. Like, I can't put it down, and that actually tracks with the character we've been given. She seems like somebody who is much more willing to meet something like this head-on. And that natural curiosity is refreshing because, you know, the default state for a protagonist in a game is, oh, they're supposed to be scared, and that's how they'll behave, and often it's appropriate. But with stuff like this, it makes it a bit more relatable because we, as the audience playing a game of this type, want to do this. We want to be here. so it helps when the protagonist does too. Let's get you back up there. What are these people doing to this place? Acting school booklet, Born to be a Star. Highly specialized teaching staff, meetings, and masterclass with film industry professionals. This seems like a place that would appeal to me. Oh, but we've got some damaged light bulbs. Even with the two we were carrying with us, we're gonna have to get another one from the thing at the end. Alright, let's take you. Place you right here. Seeing it flicker to life, only a little bit better than before. Oh no. Okay, I appreciate you staying right there and not going off into the middle of the woods somewhere. Roadside diner. Well, that was the desert, but you get the idea. Put you in there. Oh, I see. No, it goes where it's needed. Almost there. There's got to be light bulbs here. Yes, yes there are. So we bring you here. What we've learned is that there's more than one. I think. So much trash for ourselves to pick up, though. Anyway, the garbage in here was a bit excessive, but we're nearing the end. And look, we're even rewarded with $2 extra. Kind of a pittance when we're given 50 cents per piece of trash removed, though. Alright, what else? There's still more trash. You need plants. And we need toilet paper. This place is already starting to look a lot better, but let's check the bathroom. I should have known it would be horrible in here as well. More needles. In fact, several in the bathtub. The last person who stayed here was not living a very Hollywood life, or perhaps they were. Look at this. Oh, wait, is the TV on? Stop. Yeah, I had noticed that unique tape. Maybe it's about a room 7? There's also the movie projector. It's down here in Hollywood. But as I was saying, like, you have your safety in these rooms. You know, you turn the lights on, you know that you would be immediately set upon by hostile supernatural elements if the lights were off. But they're on, and you've got your task. And it seems dark and spooky at first, but as you clean it, you come to see it as your base, especially when you have to come outside to replenish and see that the dark shadows, the fog, has gotten ever thicker. Even the bus stop you arrived in is completely enshrouded. And suddenly, this place doesn't feel so bad. We need air fresheners. Now it won't smell so bad either. Should we be checking the drawers? I feel like every game allows you to open them now, but less and less often am I actually seeing anything you can do with it. We need to check more of them. Maybe I'll put on a mask. I'll never have to take off. I'll hide my whole past behind a curtain. I will never raise again. For the first time in my life, I will write the script myself and remain upon the stage so long that the boundary between the role and me is erased forever. All this found in the room full of used needles. Look at that label. Woody and the Cat. These are so copyrighted, it's more in the territory of what they don't know won't hurt me. I just hope nobody notices. Let's watch the strange VHS that tried to play itself. Actually, it looks quite like an L. It's an L, not a 7. Wait. Put it back. Oh, I was thinking maybe I could reach out and grab it off of here. Look, if your game's gonna have whimsy like that, you can't blame me for trying whimsical solutions. Well, we can at least grab the $5 that was left on the bathroom floor. Nothing in here. I'm not sure the last one even had a cabinet. But look, let's check it out with the camera. Aha! I knew the mirror would have something. O. As in, oh, there's the O. Now we're just looking for another L. But how do we get it from you? Oh, of course. Oh, wait. Is that all? Wait, we're still missing another L-A-N-D. Maybe it's not necessary. Look. We're up behind the sign. So, oh, maybe the lights on those tall books represents the skyline of L.A. Of really making it in entertainment. Behind the Hollywood sign is an angle you never anticipate. But isn't it just so fitting of a place like this? Something that is held up in so much glamour, in the longing to be there and part of it. But of course it's all a projection, a carefully crafted image that is held up by a darker reality. And you have to be ready for that if you want to decide if it's worth it. Thank you for clearing the way for me. I don't recognize this memory. Maybe it's not a memory, maybe it's an aspiration. I have a bad feeling. As if she were somewhere here. Flies buzzing everywhere. In the woods once more. Another scene, another film set. I understand now. It's treating stages of your life like scenes in a movie. Of course, you come to us as a literal film reel whenever you're around. And this one at an abandoned old house in the middle of nowhere. Oh no. Evil. Cool Blair Witch reference you've got here. And those flies are ever present. I can't help but be reminded of that one tape that came on. The one that was inexplicably in one of the rooms, despite being seemingly nothing. It's like a fancy hotel. In fact, a specific fancy hotel I can remember. But as we've seen, we're not above referencing inspirational works. The black and white and the harsh piano keys, the film scratches. Ever since Suicide Mouse, this has had a deeply unnerving effect on me, I'm not gonna lie. And so maybe this segment is landing in a more effective fashion than it should. Yeah, I guess if you're gonna do a reference, you're gonna go big or go home. Now, this may seem like an unsettling moment meant to convey the fakeness behind the screens and the glamour, but we become a shining star in this hallway. Do you get it? Please get it. She gets it! In a bathtub. You're easy to manipulate. You cry over nothing. You have daddy issues. You're exaggerating. What have you done? You take everything too personally. I absorb too many emotions. I don't want to feel so much. A motel? Really? Pathetic. I've had enough. This isn't me. I have nowhere to run. I numb myself because I feel less. This is not life. You ended up here at your lowest, and in a cruel irony, ended up numbing the pain and finally ending it in a room that bore the images of everything you wanted to be. A warehouse. No, a set. Uh-oh. Did somebody pop a balloon? It's like they say, never work with children or animals. Oh. One spirit is your mother, the one who left you alone. And you were left to follow in that path. Remember I said before how I like to think about all the people who have come through these rooms that I'm now cleaning? We were doing all this having no idea the scene that occupied this same space. But it seems like it was repeated. If you did continue on this path, and definitely made worse by the parents who adopted you, pretty much the worst possible path they could have set for you.
Ew. Mucus in my throat.
So while there are certain pieces that still need to be connected, you are not off the hook for me thinking that you're either a representation of me or someone that's very close to us. We can still see the rain falling. Needed a minute to come back to reality. Alright, what else? We just need plants and another air freshener. In fact, where is the air freshener? I know I brought two. Uncle Joe, you know something.
Hey, about that little girl, I think I remember something.
And Do you remember the body in the bathtub? Let me help you. It was in room 4. Why didn't you tell me anything? What the hell is going on here?
It was a suicide attempt. I'm
Attempt?
the one who found her. There was blood everywhere. She'd slit her wrists. I tried to help, pressed a towel against the wounds. Then the ambulance showed up.
Why didn't you tell me? Do you know what her name was?
It is you, Susan. You did this.
It aligns with our story. It does. So what all is really going on here? Because every time I think I know, it throws something else into the mix that completely changes my perception. Okay. Don't think about that. Just place the air freshener. And all of our problems will melt away in a fresh lavender scent. This is definitely the darkest of the bunch so far, and the first one was pretty dark. But let's read some floor books. I can't. It was completely on the floor, but I can probably go read it at the Lost and Found. Anyway, nothing sets the past at ease like good floral arrangements. Right here in this room, man. There is no heaven. This is what I love about this series. Every single one so far has gone shockingly deep for what historically has always meant that there wasn't going to be much going on. You know, work sims, if they're good, usually that means they're focusing on the work and nothing more. But here, it's able to tell a great story while still keeping the gameplay front and center. It's not an easy balancing act to have success with, but they always seem to manage it. Hopefully 2 more does it. Not here, but here. So those notes were written by the woman in the tub, whatever her identity is, whether it's us or our mother or someone we should know. Man, listen to this. Even the music has changed over time. So subtly, I mean, it's fairly quiet, but in the beginning it was just jazzy work tunes, and then it became more curious and mysterious. And now there's much more dread to be heard in it. This movie projector is coming with us before we do anything else. And also, we're going to be doing a sweep with the camera. Just one more, but we're not going to find that film reel until room 6. Alright. Camera. Go, gadget. Of course, when we're looking through here, analyzing the scene for any evidence, our face is buried in that screen and we can't as easily see what's right in front of us. What if we try going around this way? Oh, we've got to check every corner. Perhaps even the bus stop, but hopefully that can wait until morning. According to this, it's 9:30 in the morning, actually. That doesn't make any sense, does it? I mean, the sun should be up, right? Okay, let's catch our breath in the office because I'm starting to think more and more that something worse is happening. Aha, right here behind the door. I wonder if this is like patron content or something. If so, that would be pretty cool. Somebody just rang the bell. Like you all should. $418. You know, that's a pretty solid night's work. I just hope I'll ever get to spend it. There's the book from room 4. The girl grew up and never knew happiness. To help herself, she lit a blue bird within, hoping it would find in the dark and devour the wicked spider. The bird fulfilled its part, yet soon it flew away, through the great hole in her soul. They did an interesting thing telling the story where we already knew the outcome. I mean, it was predictable, but he straight up told us before finding the final book. It means we have time to dread the ending that we know is coming, the inevitability of it. The last room is called Susan. Susan is for those who have fallen through the clouds and hit rock bottom. I never noticed this before. Shut the lights on this one, and go resupply. We need another laundry run. And I need to decompress after all that. While we're decompressing, let's see what games we got on our phone. Boogie Bongos. It's literally a clicker game. That's hilarious. Okay, enough of that dark sound. Do you know that some parasites can actually control their host's brain, forcing them to act against their will? Huh, it's a fax app. Also, that's really cool. I've just really paid attention to how your thumb moves up and down along with our cursor. That is a nice detail. Let's get another dark sound. Do you know that sometimes when you dream about people you don't know, it's because your brain stored a face you once saw in passing? I've heard that quoted. I'm not sure how we could possibly know that. Also, I've not seen Finn in quite some time. That's just Pennywise. Do you know that every time you blink, the world goes completely dark for a split second? Anything could move without you knowing. That's presumably not true, but not disprovable by the individual. So philosophically terrifying, which can be the best kind of terrifying. Huh, the ghosts even turned these lights off. That's rude of them. I love this laundry mechanic, actually. No, seriously, it's not just one more thing to do. It also gives us an opportunity in-game to decompress in between each room. To go to a safe place and sort of think about everything we've just been through. There's actual reflection built into the pace of the game. Like, it seems so simple, but do you see what I'm saying? The more we think about it, the better it gets. There's real, thoughtful design here. You might think I'm overanalyzing, and that these are all really simple things that could even be done unintentionally, but it's everywhere in this, and it's everywhere in all of them. It paces the player's experience out just through the gameplay, even while trusting us enough to have the freedom to maybe deviate from that. That's why task-based horror can be difficult to design, but is super rewarding when it's done well. But now I need to head over to the Cleopatra room and see what I should have seen before, which is, what type of air freshener do you want? Meadow. Alright, I think we're ready to get over there now. Look, this moment where we're just jogging the cart across the lot, looking off into the darkness. Feeling like something could come running out at us at any moment. Oh my. Well, given what Cleopatra's known for, it's pretty clear what this room is for. I just kind of figured Uncle Joe would be a little above running an establishment like this. That's right, the statues all toppled over. Like somebody didn't want them to see something. Okay, books go first. Is it the bulbs, the storm, or just the wallpaper and carpets that make this place feel like it's bathed in red light? That's right, at a penny a piece. I love my job. Business card. Are you beautiful and not afraid of provocative photo shoots? Become one of our models. Ted Goldstein. I hear he was something of a whiner. These can go up here. I don't know if that was just a coincidence, or if the soundtrack really did have a bit of a stab when I placed it. It didn't do it for that one, but it was certainly well-timed. Now the question is, who's moving them? Oh. No, I see. They're probably alternating. Alternating in line with the wallpaper, or the paneling. Now the question is, do you go over the green, or are you alternating with that as well? That would mean you would go here, and one more. Oh. I'm gonna need you to shut up right now. Something I have noticed is that this game is a lot less active than the other one, where before we were constantly stopping our job to go chase something down. That hasn't been the case here. You're in front of that, so you would go here, and you would go here. Either that, or we've got the complete opposite, which seems to be the case. All right, give me a moment while I rearrange all this. Personally, I would do it the other way. To me it makes more sense to have the standout here. Oh, look at you. Left at our doorstep. Actually, this one is probably squarely on Finn. I sprinted right through you. A cloud of flies. Look at you all. No, I need you to get in there. Do we need our phone to get rid of you? You're blocking our path. We need to get you all. Like, individually. Where'd that rat go? Okay, I guess it found its way in there. Right? Because if not, we have a very big problem. Nope, you right there. Well, you were easily missable. Okay, let's figure out where the pottery goes. Perhaps we could store it in a barn of some kind? Oh no, we're doing the same thing, but again. Also appearing in different colors. It's gotta have something to do with those pharaoh busts. Ah, they're a mechanism. Uncle Joe works with the people who designed the Spencer Mansion, huh? But we've still got a couple of these to flip around. And the tone lets us know it worked. Oh, I see. It lights on the door. It's a locking mechanism. New arrival. Sultry, so steady flame and fiery photo shoot. So steep? She came all the way from chilly Canada. It's so warm here that she just can't stop taking off her extra layers. Wait, but if we go to read it, it's more clear. Susie Flame. She came straight from chilly Canada. It must be too warm for her here. because she keeps shedding unnecessary clothes. It just says something completely different. Is this what we had to resort to? What we felt shame over? Clearly not something we wanted. Flies are buzzing once more. It's clear to me now that every room in this place is a different station, something that represents another part of our life we feel has gone wrong. Walking through our entire life, piece by piece. Okay, let's start vacuuming, because this room really desperately needs it. And probably all manner of other cleaning. We haven't even figured this out yet. Yeah, vacuuming is always the one thing where it's like, alright, strap in, we're going to be here for a little while. But at least it's a lot easier than it was in House Flipper. I mean, the other House Flipper game. House for Sale, that was what it was called. But it's always been great seeing how the philosophy towards these games has changed with each one. Like, the last one went in a very goofy direction, even while still being a real horror story, up until a point. I suppose this one could still pull the same thing, but given all that it's hit us with, I don't think it's going to. Oh no. You haven't pulled this one on us in a little while. No. Oh no. You cut the power. You've done that even more rarely. Alright, run across the lot. Where's Finn when you need him? Let's get inside. I haven't seen him walking around in forever. Let's stay upstairs. I feel so much safer here, even if there is an entirely unnecessary back to this. And I don't like it. All it is places for something to hide, really. You can go right there. The Nile is a fertile place, and we need to make sure that's reflected in the botanical choices. Vacuum. I would at least hope that it doesn't try to go in a sillier direction, because the other games had comic relief throughout them. This one, for a second I thought those dots were something displaying on the screen. But the other games had comic relief throughout them. This one hasn't had much. It's taken itself seriously, and I've taken it seriously as a result, and I hope that's rewarded. You all move in relation to each other. Maybe this can act as a hint. 8 a.m., take the pills. 10, photo shoot. 2, cardio. And then get drunk and forget I'm just someone's commodity. A body they rent and use because I've stopped caring about anything. I, the undersigned, acknowledge that all materials were produced consensually and that no further claims will be made. Oh, no. There's no way that's legally binding, but she wouldn't know that. And even if she does, is she really in a position to argue? It's consensual, but not really. Okay, well, these are a light gradient. So let's figure that out. Maybe try it the other way around. Or I guess you could see them as getting grimier. That's correct. So that's number 2. The last thing is going to be these mechanisms. Mummy's Tomb and the Mystery of the Sands. I could watch some Mummy's Tomb while we work. Oh, Lon Chaney. The original Bill Skarsgård. I see, we're supposed to get all of them to the top. You'll lower yourselves. You guys can rise like so. You'll only lower them like that. You will also only lower them like that. I see here. So each of you works in different increments, which means that we just need to figure out how we can get all of you to the end. Uh-huh. Okay, no, I get the balancing act now. It's gonna be slow going, but it's absolutely doable. Come on, just a little bit more. There we are. And here come the flies. The bathroom looks more like a prison. Pause boy. Cleopatra. There doesn't even need to be a literal demon here. Oh, right, our plunger. I'd forgotten I even had it. I guess we still have to work, though. Only makes sense that we would be filled with disgust in this one. I don't care about anything anymore. I just want to pay off the rent. When the bird had flown away, the maiden felt a grievous loss. For a brief while, she had been truly happy. In haste, she stopped up the cleft through which it had escaped, cramming it into poisons and heavy memories, until at last they weighed her soul so sorely that in the bath, they dragged her toward the bottom and began to drown her. We may have known the ending, but what's really notable about this story is that the longer it goes, the less it feels like a fairy tale and more real it becomes. Just like our progression through this cycle. And where next? It's a warning. So, okay, change the bedding. That we've yet to do. So let's put that there. Then arrange plants, which is always the most annoying thing. And there's also the mop. Right. I forgot, mopping. I'll do anything to put off having to climb these stairs and face what's up there. At a point, it almost becomes clear avoidance. Avoidance or doing that first and then getting back to the task at hand, depending on the player. Okay, there should be some plants right around the corner here, which means we don't have to go far. I don't actually care about arranging them in a way that makes sense, but we could try to. I know they snap on, but the little wobble they do when I place them really makes me nervous every single time. Probably at least a couple more. One. And two. Are you getting your money's worth, Uncle Joe? I hope you are. Toilet paper. And what else? Still need to finish mopping, we're not done. But also air fresheners. Although I don't think anything could cleanse what's gone on here. This room more than any other, I feel like I just want to finish and get out as quickly as possible. The others brought comfort. This one, the exact opposite. Let's finish. Any other stains I've missed? And if there are, I worry that they're up those stairs. Well, with our mop in hand, I guess let's go see. I don't know what I expected, but it certainly wasn't this. Huh. Those who killed themselves will not come across the gates of heaven. It's like we were seeing it as a way out and are denied even in that. Back down we go. I just hope we're not going all the way down. Which it's beginning to look like we are. Oh, there's a layer of smoke rising from above. I can't use my phone to banish those cats. The black cats representing death itself. What do I do? I don't think my mop's gonna help me with this one. In death, I'm surrounded by kitties, but it's not as cool as I thought it would be. At first I was thinking that the Egyptian theme was a weird one-off, and it made sense. The path you took wasn't anything you ever saw as your trajectory, but now the symbolism is even deeper. Even in death, you're not moving on to paradise, but you imagine yourself sealed away, entombed in agony forever. And the child staring down, maybe offering a way out? Something keeps her from moving. I think someone is fighting for you, Sue. Not everything is lost yet. Clearly someone is. Maybe it's us? Go forward, and no matter what, do not look back. Wait, I have to take the mop with me. They'll be mad if I lose it. It's Teddy.
Hey Sue, it's me, Allie. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm here. I'm sorry, Sue. I've rehearsed that sentence 1,000 times and I still can't get it right. I should have called. I should have come. But I got that role and I had to become my whole world.
Not often someone gets to be around for the aftermath. But here it is. You are a burden to others. You are a problem. It's all you've been told, and even trying to make your own way, the world seemingly proved them right.
Don't be shy. Show me what you've got. Turn a little. Yeah, like that. Sell it. Pretend like you like it. Cameron loves a liar. Oh yeah. Work for your money.
Nobody loves you.
I'll show you. You have to roll up and... Oh, yeah!
Oh my god.
Not only is it disillusionment at trying and failing to chase this dream, what little moments of success we had also showed us just how ugly all this could be. It would be better if you die.
I have wasted my time on you. You're a terrible actress. And you know what? I'm sick of you. Grab your stuff and get out of my apartment.
So between this and, well, the strange similarity in the name on the card, I'm guessing that this was considered our buy-in to what we thought would be bigger and better things. Not necessarily where we went after we failed.
Please, don't leave me like this. If you can't hear me, just stay. Come back. And if you wake up and you hate me, I'll take it. Just wake up, Sue, please.
Maybe there's still time then. It's the bus stop we arrived in. The hands making up the statue, bleeding themselves. You don't have to stay here. Your bus hasn't left yet. But the Lady of Flies may break free at any moment. And she will be furious. She will come for you. You must seal every wound through which she seeps into your world. And then find Teddy. He is the final key. Because when my eyes finally close, yours will be able to open. This letter constitutes formal notice that your rent is 3 months past due. Previous notices have been issued, and the outstanding balance remains unpaid. Failure to remit payment immediately may result in the initiation of eviction proceedings, as permitted by applicable law. Immediate attention is required. Well, I don't think that's an official notice. It's scrawled on paper. We regret to inform you of the passing of your mother, Linda Doe. Records indicate that Miss Doe was the registered owner of a camper trailer located in Pine Hollow Mobile Park, Maple Ridge. As her next of kin, ownership of the trailer has been transferred to you. Help wanted. We're looking for a reliable person with no substance issues to clean motel rooms. Experience not required. The concise path that led us right to where we are. But that is the concise version. The rest of this has been the long version. 6 a.m. I've noticed this from the start. The time is all over the place. I haven't engaged enough to know if it's actually moving in a linear fashion, even. We've still got the keys. I think we're back, not seeing an other version, though it's just as dark. Okay, we've got this. Our stuff is here and waiting for us. But we're not done yet, are we? Nope. We are not a quitter. Oh hey, we finally found the other chair for here. Wait, but isn't this done? There's something here. 6 out of 11, 5 left. That's actually kind of a lot, given all we've been through. It's telling me to clean the floor with a mop in here, but it seems to be bugged. I can't find anything that would let me do that. Oh, it counts outside. There we go. Good job, this will boost your paycheck. This wall is extremely suspicious to me. Of course. But that hasn't answered my question quite, has it? Anything else I should know? Not that I can see. I believe it said that this one wants meadow-scented air fresheners, so we've got those. Loading up. Just taking a breath of air before we go out there, is all. This should be most all we need, if all's been done well. Let's prepare ourselves for whatever's in room 6. It's the end of the road, theoretically. We've been given hope. Wait. ICU is for those already standing with one foot on the other side. It changed. I wonder how many times it's changed. Heal your wounds with objects that glow red and carry great power. You'll find the wounds by using the compass. Hurry, she will take advantage of every misstep. So if we check our compass, still going crazy, but might recover once we enter the room. Our tasks are blanked out. Sentences the Lady of Lies silenced within you. Necessary for awakening. Aha! She's a metaphor for self-criticism and doubt. Interesting. Also, this place is totally haunted. We've got to type it out as Morse code. The girl, the cat, and the magic compass. Ah. Okay. So when that happens, you'll bring us out to the plane, and we'll need to survive. Make our way back. Quickly as we can. No, this way. Drop item to heal the wound. We always were valuing our individuality. We need to reclaim that stuff if we're to succeed. You guys are gonna have to get out of here. Sorry, I always dreamed of having a room full of cats, but it's just not the time. We're in the room for the first time. Wait. It remains the same. The patient still has not regained consciousness. Vital signs stable. She is regularly visited by her employer, Mr. Joe, and a school friend. We are searching for her family. So far without success. So I think I fully understand now, at least until the next plot point comes along and completely dashes it like it's been doing for the last 3 hours. We really did take the job here. That actually happened. This whole place wasn't a conjuration. But something about this, you know, being at rock bottom and as a final insult coming across that Hollywood room. Maybe that was the last straw. But ever since we did what we did, they have been checking up on us. They actually did care about us. In other words, people do value us as a person just through knowing us. Maybe that's the proof we need that we don't have to be anything more than that. For the night shift, Mr. Zhou insisted on visiting with a cat. He claimed it might help, as he had seen a documentary about it. We agreed for the sake of keeping the peace. He was very agitated. Patient found unresponsive on arrival. Multiple lacerations to both wrists, self-inflicted, significant blood loss prior to admission. Stabilized, no verbal response, pupils reactive. All this definitely recontextualizes the scene we saw in the representation of the Hollywood room. Let's pick you up. Nothing contained. The Lady of Flies watched over her life, cackling and rubbing her hands. Yet when she stood above the bath, there was no one there. The flies buzz. The Lady of Flies is furious, for the little one dares still to strive. The girl would patch the hole. Tell me, will she have the strength to survive? We've got to believe so, right? Go Gadget Sweeper. Look at us sweep.
I am right behind you.
Let's take it out. You're surely here somewhere. Our flashlight hardly does anything in this red fog. Here you go. What was that? Didn't quite catch that. If you have a complaint, you can take it to the reception desk. I'm currently on shift, so you'll have to wait until later. Hospital gurney in the parking lot. There's more. Definitely more. The sheets don't need cleaned. It's growing more to resemble our hospital room. Sometimes it's better not to see, not to hear, not to know. I rarely listen to reason because I fear boredom more than trouble. A fool asks a wise man, is wisdom worth much? Oh yes, it's worth a lot. But for a taste of foolish bliss, I'd give it up without a thought. I'm like a puzzle piece that fits better on a slice of pizza than into your vision. It's probably logical that not everyone in life is guided by logic. I prefer ideals. If you think I'm quiet, you should hear the chaos in my head. I like cocktails with a little umbrella, and the umbrella after the cocktail. If you have an old soul, mine remembers the Stone Age. I need to be at peace with myself. I need to be authentic. It's a pity my soul updates several times a day. All of this, it's a combination of your need for individuality and not fitting in with the crowd, and desperately needing their approval. I don't want to be saved. I want to be understood. And finally, that's what it comes down to. Oh, hey, we're missing a light bulb. Thankfully, I've got just the thing. You belong in the trash because ultimately we still need a paycheck at the end of this. Purgatory or no. Where's that bulb? Puppetron, or Puppetapon. Come on, Puppetapon. If I say your name fast enough, will I gallop like a horse and gain your speed? We are faster. Come on. No. I'm trying to keep us from leaving. Puppetapon. No, inside, in the reception. Even the name tag on the door turns into our hospital documents. Date of birth, 1999. This game is so amazing with the visual symbolism, and just symbolism in general throughout, and the way it gradually creeps into the story. It's amazing. It's like you practically don't even notice it's happening if you're too engrossed in the job. There's a note on the wall here. Certificate of completion, born to be a star acting school, awarded with highest honors to Susan Doe. For exceptional talent and the determination to keep refining it, we wish you great success in your professional career. May the light of your star shine on the greatest stages in the world. Another thing that probably just seems like insult to injury in retrospect. Alright, is there a mic somewhere in here? Because that looks very much like another code. Perhaps we can forget the mic then? Blue, yellow, drum, blue, drum. The microphone is the reward. And I'll be taking it with me, thank you.
I see what you become. And now
Try and stop me all you want. I'm not giving up now. Let's try and conjure the spirit of Puppet-a-Pon. This is a long way out. Puppet-a-Pon, 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 Puppet-a-Pon. See, the Lady of Flies, she doesn't just represent death, she equates death to giving up. And I'm not even necessarily just talking about giving up on the dream of being a star. Finn, where have you been? Oh, we always have time to pet cats. I'm talking about giving up in general, deciding that nothing matters anymore. Okay, wait. No, come on, I have something for you. Yep. There you go, get it. Stomp it with your back feet. Come on, indulge your instincts to kill. Oh no. You're just too much of a baby right now. Aww. I love these animations so much. Otter is getting so many pets after this. The door is opened. From one bed to another. I have nowhere to go, and yet the days keep grinding on. I scrub the motel clean. What a pity I can't cleanse my soul. I choose the world of imagination. I choose a beach forest washed in autumn light. There will be a ginger cat, its eyes 2 sparks at night. There will be hot tea, my books, and a wool sweater too. In case I don't see you, I was here, Sue. She even felt the need to leave with a bit of flair. We got the Lost and Found achievement for finding all of these things. Hey, our camera. Can this help us with anything? Not that I can see. If we check our chart, we can see our progress. What you went through was not your fault. Your childhood was taken from you. Your imagination is a gift. Your creativity is a strength. Do what you love. You don't have to be perfect. I love you with all the flaws you have. Despite all the mess I had to carry, I am still fighting. I am amazing. Is there one more thing to do? Maybe mop these floors? Okay, perhaps what we need then is the sponge. Look at this, cleaning up the scene of our own death as a form of therapy. There we are. Clean all 6 motel rooms flawlessly, no trace left behind. Our fake Oscar. I won't let anyone hurt you. I won't let anyone hurt you. I will set boundaries, shout, and fight if I have to. We're going out back again. This way works. No? It's somewhere in the middle. Let's head upstairs. Nope. The other upstairs, then. Or perhaps in here. No. No. Okay. The other upstairs, then. Also, what we're learning is being in the dark, the rules still apply. Straight to Hollywood.
Supposed to be mine. Mine.
Insert the tape into the film projector. It's the last piece of the projector set. We've done it. And for the first time, though the night is dark and the sky stormy, it at least looks more like reality. I'm not gonna lie, this game has not been at all what I expected. But it was excellent. I say was, we're not done yet. Hey, just on the off chance that maybe there's something on that sign, I'm really looking out for crazy places you might be hiding some of these things. Alright, no time for that. Don't break momentum. We've got stuff to do. Sorry, you mind if I make a TikTok in here? Let's take that film. Director's final cut.
Today is my birthday. We're going to the mountains. Mommy says we'll sleep at Uncle Joe's motel. And this is my teddy. He's so soft and squishy.
The cat,
Daddy
not
said
an
I
actual
could bring
teddy.
him, but he got really mad, 'cause Teddy pooped in the car. Don't worry, Teddy. It's gonna be okay.
Now it makes sense. It was us, but yeah, the cat was lost in the woods. We came back. I wonder if it was coincidence or just needing to cling to something that led us to take the job here. Uncle Joe, I'm having like a major personal revelation here. Can you please give me a second? Maybe he felt some responsibility for us.
Mr. Joe, you said you remembered something about that little girl.
Yeah? She came here with a little kitten. A few days after they left, I found him in the woods, in a sack.
Is the cat still...
Bad luck doesn't die easy. That little bastard's gotta be 20 by now.
Wow.
My ginger boy Finn. He sleeps in my office. You've definitely seen him. He's really friendly. Was that helpful?
More than anything else in my life.
Of course they immediately loved us. It's our cat! There just wasn't a big display of excitement because it's a friggin' cat. This game, I can't believe the levels that it's working on. I never expected to be drawn in like this from what meager beginnings there were. This has been nothing short of a roller coaster, and I can't believe it went to these places. It's not really even in fitting with the tone of the previous games, but I think that's the value in a series like this. You truly never know what you're gonna get. It could be anything from the almost comedy to as pitch black as this. But it still ends in a good place, and so I'm still leaving feeling good about it. Well, again, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I think it's quite clear already. Hey, you tired out now? Where are we taking you then, little buddy? I should find a place close to the heart. I think you'll be safe over here. Teddy, I missed you so terribly. Without you, the world lost all its colors. But that's over now. No more black and white. With you beside me, I'll finally be able to fall asleep. Hold him close to your heart, Sue. And remember me when you no longer dream. Well, I guess it's inevitable at some point. But not now.
I had a dream. It was scary and weird, but I really needed it. I went to the motel to clean rooms after the guests. Only it turned out I was cleaning up my own life. There were places I'd pushed out of my mind. Things I don't want to remember. I'd swept all that mess under the rug and spent years pretending it was gone. And there was this little girl. She had been waiting for me the whole time. And she asked me to find her Teddy. It wasn't easy. Every step of it hurt. And then I realized he had been nearby all along. But she led me through it so that before I found him, I found the strength to keep living.
Thanks to you, Sue managed to wake up. Good job. She won't mind if you stay in her head a little longer and finish cleaning up. When you're ready, head to the bus. I don't even know what else to say that I haven't already. That is brilliant. All we had to do in all this was rediscover something that at one point we already had and that we thought was lost. This thing was right beside us. We were looking for Teddy from very early on, but we had no idea that it was this thing that we had already played with and engaged with, and We just didn't know. But we still nurtured it, even if we didn't realize it. Do you see what I mean? Like, this game just works on so many different levels. I can't believe how well written and well crafted this $7 random horror game on Steam is. We can no longer enter the Susan room or really see anything inside. Well, except there are a ton of those plants Joe loves so much. I guess if anything, the moral of the story is that if you feel like your life hasn't gone anywhere, that the light inside you has been smothered and no one cares, just do something really drastic and they'll all be forced to your side to show how much they care. Wait, no, that's actually a terrible lesson. Do not take that to heart at all. As with most work sims, the whole game is here from the start. But here, that's not just a base for mechanics, it's the thesis, the final point of the game. Whoa. It is not over. Perhaps the point of this is that it'll never truly leave us. But maybe we'll have the strength, the tools to recognize and address it. Let's go. And let's see how we did. I think it's really important that it ended on that note. You know, it doesn't claim that everything's going to be perfect now. We still have all the same problems as before. It's our attitude that's changed and our perspective on things. That bubblegum pushes us over the edge, and the plants got us even further. Triple S rank. Thanks for playing. Sometimes we swallow a fly. Sometimes we don't even know how or when. We let spiders inside us, and they numb us and quietly plunder the soul. Bluebirds appear and disappear. Sometimes they lift our sense of self. Sometimes they don't come at all. No matter where it pushes us, there is always a chance to wake up and begin again. The Night Shift team thanks you for playing. You know, just recently I played a horror game called Don't Play This, and it ended with essentially a poem about fear itself and why we keep subjecting ourselves to it, and how we essentially go back to it because we can look at it and say, at least it's not us. We do it so that we can enjoy the relief at the end. Maybe we can appreciate it before it gets to that critical point where there may not be a choice anymore. And I didn't think I would be saying things like this about Creepy Shift Uncle Joe's Motel, but here we are. We got to live this entire bleak, unsatisfying life in vignettes, and we didn't even realize we were doing it at the time. In the moment, just like life, it was through the lens of monotonous daily tasks. And it was so bleak and horrible, and it seemed like it was smothering us as time went on, literally with the atmosphere growing more dense. But at the end of it all, when it seems like it's at its worst, we get that impossible win, that cat we lost in the woods by some roadside motel decades ago is still alive and reunited with us. And it's such a moment of joy because of how impossible it is, and it comes at just that moment. How all these coincidences have to come together to make that happen, and yet that's precisely what does happen. You really earn that through the course of this game. And somehow, that's made even more impactful by the fact that they were already there, and again, that you've already been nurturing that win. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.